Now, women are not evil. Women are not demonic. There is this campaign, and this thing has been going on for a long time. As a woman, do not listen to the patriarchal version that they are creating. Don't forget, let us create man in our image also means that let us create woman in the way we want to see and define. Trust me, I don't have time. My goddess is waiting for me. Now listen. There are some women who are parading as, I don't know if I should say relationship coaches or what, I don't know. But it looks like all their contents are glorifying the fact that the man is the trophy. I know content creation is a good thing. We are all creating content. Beautiful. I respect that part of you, but look within your heart. I believe that everything that is done from heart and not a certain public validation is going to even set us more free into that freedom and success that we want. Because to me, those people are trying because of a certain patriarchal attention. There is a patriarchal dominance. When I talk about the Yahweh consciousness, I'm talking about the rigidity, the toxic masculinity that is creating the dictionary of life. Listen. I don't have much time. As a woman, your definition is spanned way back in the beginning. That is where you find your origin. In the beginning was a very high vibration, matriarchy. The true identity of the woman was revealed, and it was a high vibration. And as a matter of fact, a woman is the higher self of every man. So now listen, what you are hearing, right? That women are evil, women are demonic, women are this, fear women, this woman. Listen, if you are a woman, subconsciously, they are trying to send a certain unworthy esteem for you. Because they know that if they keep you low by giving you such definition, it's going to limit your power. I will be back. Let me attend to my goddess. I will get back to you right now. A reality where women are assassinated, okay? There is a character assassination on the women force. But they don't know that women are the response of the state of men. I cited an example that if you go to a community where you see prostitutes, that is the state of the men. The men are not faithful. Women are karmic beings. They are water, like pouring water in a cup. It gives you the shape of it. But that is not the actual shape of the water. Water is shapeless. But you can also make water ice. You can make water, this same water that has no shape, that has no form. You can make it ice. You can apply a masculine pressure on it to make it ice. So, as a woman, protect your energy. What they are trying to say is not who you are. You need your freedom and your self-worth finding. I'm a man. I have been in relationship. Yes, growing up, it's like you need to be in a relationship. You need to have a girlfriend and a whole lot. Yes, I have also been shown in life. I don't want to go much into that. A woman has shown me. Women have shown me in life. Trust me, because a man that possesses much of feminine, one of the sign is a certain commitment, which the patriarchy call those men fool. If you are somebody that you go all out for your woman, you are, I'm not saying perfect, right? I'm not saying perfect, but there are some particular men that they commit with their heart in a way, okay? They commit to relationship and it backfires, right? So now listen, men are bringing general definition for women out of their individual experience they've had with women, forgetting that experience they had with women is actually the general state of men that women are responding. Because as I'm talking to you now, women, or most of the women, are on a survival. And so in survival, right? In survival, you become who you are not. And this is the patriarchy system. This is the whole toxic masculine system that has been instilled, very artificial and rigid. And women who are born into such families, narcissistic, hard, rigid family, they are misoriented. They are injected. Let us create man in our image also means that let us use families or the concept of parenting to instill a certain life out of trauma. Let's traumatize them and let them behave a certain way. So listen, as long as the masses are on survival, then you should know that the masses are living fake life. So you are not going to use the 99 definition of women to describe the generality and the potency of women, because if not for women, right, life wouldn't continue. For you, the man, to grow up, come out of a portal to come and stupidly say that women are demonic. Your mother could have ended you, but here you are driving Rolls Royce, you are driving Bentley, Ego, and now you are saying that this and this, and you are the corner somewhere. Because the relationship didn't work for you, forgetting that we are all on survivor, and in survivor you can't predict. Hey, if a woman cheated on you, basically you should know that this is the game. The game is that there should be cheating. There has been an automated settings, and it can also be genetic. Let us create man in our image is also a genetic frequency. Let us change the DNA structures of women so that they can fully depend on themselves. But by virtue of our soul, which cannot be tampered, we can correct the errors and change. That is why it is important for women to reset into their spiritual power, to their spiritual state, because a spiritual woman is a threat to the status quo. A spiritual woman is a threat to the toxic masculine, to the toxic men, to the narcissist. If a woman becomes spiritual, that woman becomes a threat to the narcissist. So don't grow into that definition, because subconsciously they are creating that, and now they've even hired women to even create content that says that sometimes you see some topic as a man, if you want your woman to serve you, or if you want to win your woman, actually they want to say that if you want to manipulate your woman. And it is women that have taken this work. They are on there because they know for sure that if these things are coming from a woman, then energetically it's a big blow to the woman force. Yes, they are on there. Oh, 5 signs that your woman is cheating. 5 signs that you, the man, you should know that you have endorsed that reality. If men are the conscious figures of this earth, then what they put in is what came out. But they are not even in Russia. But what they put in, is what came out. As above, so below. Let the woman be. Let the woman rest. There are good women. They are beautiful. Women are beautiful. Women are good. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you see. But once we are seeing life continue, and the fact that these narcissistic men are even using the body of women to bring forth life means that, because if not for empathy, how does life continue? If a woman should bring a child, which means that no matter how corrupt the woman is, the empathy and the heart is still there. She just needs to reconnect. She needs security. And the patriarchy system, this whole men game, is creating insecurity. The wars and all these things that are created is to keep the woman vibrating low, because they know that if the pure energies of the women and children are low, they can suck and milk and drain them. A woman is looking for security, so she applied for a job, but the bosses want to sleep with her. So now she will later become. Now she will live for. And when things scatter and becomes like that, then these same people that are consciously manipulating, using sex and offers to get them, and then you turn them into ice. Now you come and say that they are demons. Oh, I'm talking as somebody who has been brokenhearted before. Yes, there is a patriarchal broken heart, which is the how you wanted the woman to be didn't go the way you wanted it. That's simple. That's so men saying that women are this, women are, because they want to control the woman in a way, but it's not. It gets to a point and it backfires. Sometimes it's true they are cheating. They are this, because every man desires his woman to submit fully everything 100%. But let me tell you this truth: no man can own a woman. You have to let the woman go into her soul. Figure out, there are many. That's why you're a conscious figure. If you see a woman that needs security, and you know you are a conscious figure, meaning you have the capacity to ground a woman, then you should help the woman so that the woman become her best power. And it is for the sanity of men and the earth. These truths are rare. You don't normally hear them. Yes, but I am here to tell you, there are these content creators on there. Women creating content, how to control your woman. How to control your 5 steps to control your woman. So these people, that's why I'm saying that we have women by patriarchy and women by matriarchy. Women by patriarchy are on survivor, out of how men have treated them. Yes, because trauma is a trauma. These content creators that say content creators, women that say that 5 ways to manipulate your woman, 5 to control your this, to control your that. They are traumatized people. They are going through anxiety. They fear men. They have a great fear for men. So they have been born in that strong religious consciousness that they are like, sa. Because they feel that by doing sa, they win a certain favor in the patriarchal system. But a woman, that's not your story. Because this earth is feminine and a woman. So as you keep on climbing into your heart power, and as women unite, you will see. This truth will come into a reality for you to see. For now, you may think that, oh, this guy, and he's trying to, get the attention of women. No, I came from a woman. I have every right to talk about this thing. So today, you the man, you grow up and then you now begin to and become more masculine, and then now you create definitions. I said a woman shouldn't live by this modern day version or modern day definition. As a woman, you have to be spiritual. You have to be ritualistic, spiritual. Make sure that your self-awareness and your self-growth and your self-power is seen. And that is how you are going to also attract a healthy masculine that is also aware of the truth. Because you need a man that knows the truth, a man that is aware of this divine truth. And there are men, the few who are getting this reality. That no, it is with the collective. So listen, the unity of men is an agenda to fuck up the women, so that they will always be at the background, being trampled upon. But the unity of women, if it comes to pass, or the fulfillment of women's unity, is going to bring sanity. Men are united. If I say men are united, I mean they sat down, right, to think, to be each other's, so that they promote something. So the unity of men is for the devolution of women, to keep them just as containers to just create their gene humans, right? That's why you brought a child as a woman. You saw this child and you are like, no, this is not my energy. It's true, it's not your energy. It's not that empathic frequency that you use to form the baby. It's not what you have seen. Yes, because yes, there is an agenda of jinn. Jinn, you see, the words are speaking to you. Jinn, D-J-I-N-N, their spirit. When you go into the Arabian culture, you understand what jinn means. And then G-E-N-E, genetics. So there is a correlation, there is a connection with the jinn, as in the jinn spirit and our genetics. Meaning our genes are genes. They create, they form, they manifest. Attraction is in the gene, is in the DNA. Creation is in the DNA. Life force energy is in the DNA. Right? The genetics. So they try as much as possible to do everything psychologically, spiritually, physically, morally to corrupt the genes. Then out of that they create. So this modern day science is creating problem and then pointing out definitions. Virus is it happens, it attacks the bat. Where does the virus come from? They create the virus. Now, when they create it, now it becomes a word in the dictionary, and then the moment it enters the dictionary, which means that it has been in the subconscious mind of the people. So in the subconsciousness, the genetics of the person is aware of virus. Because anything that is in your subconscious, it has become genetic. Anything that is flowing in your subconscious mind has become a part of your genetics, your DNA. So you are going to bring a life force out of that. So that's why you brought that child. That child is a narcissist. You can see the narcissism. Right after when you saw the child growing, you saw narcissism. Where did the child learn that thing from? It is genetic, gene. This is how children have received gene spirit from the men through sex with the woman. So the child comes and the child is not stable. You see a child, the child is haraga. If you don't use your power to correct that thing, because if children are in their baby stage, they are in their water stage, meaning you can use your high vibration to correct many things, and it's through food and through a certain care, deeper care, empathy. Yes, because me having a reality of a child, I have learned a lot. That listen, there's nothing like these children are this. Well, that's why the universe gives you that platform. There's a platform where you can consciously use your high vibration to prune the child. That is when the child is in the month stage, getting to the year. That moment, the child is fragile and the child is looking at you. So that moment is a moment of truth. It's a feminine moment. Your judgment will proceed from there. Right? That's where you come to realize that some of the cry that comes from the children, they are crying to test to see. Right? So that's why I'm saying that for you to have a child that is in the high vibration, sometimes you should see the nature of some cries, because they are all coming to see. But if you don't look at it and child, and then you everywhere you go to the child, you are creating, you are instilling that, you are aligning the DNA. So if the DNA is already corrupted with a narcissistic, it becomes easy, right? Yes, because there is a certain kind of attachment frequency. So at that moment, there can be an external influence out of that. But you have to be that person. Right now, these mothers, most of the mothers that you see, because they are so masculine, they just, what they do is they breastfeed and they just take the child to school. That's the only thing. They just breastfeed, they just give the child anything and then they take the child to school. Kimani hasn't have this breast milk flow, but as someone who is spiritual, I have to go into the research to find foods that will favor her. And by the grace of the universe, the creator, the woman, is going on well perfectly. And I appreciate the universe for this moment, because it is a point. That is where you come to realize that motherhood is of the heart. Because in the heart, you become intuitive to observe the child. You become a healer. It's a mutual something. The child heals you and you heal the child, because the child is looking forward to see you strong every day. You are always with her. You are always with him, trying to care for him. Right? Good. And in caring, you will get to know times that you have to respond. Not every cry is a responding. Sometimes you have to go and hide and watch the child cry to a certain point. Then she begins to find something. Means that you are raising the power of the child too. So sometimes 30 to 20% of the cry is for the strength of the baby, but you don't allow it. And I saw it as I was having an eye with my own child. So sometimes some cry is not of hunger. It's not of anything. It's just a cry for attention, right? And it's manipulative. You don't respond to all of them, right? And these things are helping to raise children. And you have to make sure that the child is homeschooled, so that the child doesn't fall into the patriarchal thing, because the children grow, your daughters, they go into the school and they go and pick a lifestyle and a culture that makes them feel that they are lesser and they need a man as to complete them, to complete them, to make them feel okay. But we should come to understand that individually we are complete. We just need to find that completion. We just have to live from that completion, so that everything becomes a want and not a need. You want a man, good. It's not that you need a man, you want a man. And by virtue of the fact that you have invested in your soul, you don't rush. They will be coming, and you will choose, you will audition life, because you are in your heart. I said that the only way you can audition life and make your amendments and see the truth is when you flow in your heart. So hey woman, listen, I'm here to remind you of who you were in the matriarchy. You had a strong power, and you knew that you were the life force of the earth, and that you protected your energy, and that you were able to penetrate to see the hearts of men. You were able to see the ways of men. You were able to understand the extent to which men can go, and you saw every secret truth. And they couldn't manipulate you. They couldn't bring you down. It hasn't ended. It's still going on. Women that have seen their power, knowing that they represent the universe and godliness, are doing well. And they've seen life, and they are establishing the culture with their masculine energy. So it's time for women to unite, because if women unite, it's for the sanity of the men. Yes. If they unite, the men who will see the need to go within to work on themselves will go. And those who know within that they are sincerely working on themselves, and they know who they are, that they are not narcissists, will maintain the vibration. Because yes, it's not every man. It's not every man. Trust me. Men will not be perfect, but it's not every man. Some of these men, they are few though. Some of the men are going into discipline. They are following the art of compensation. They are realizing their irresponsibilities and their narcissistic traits in life. They are realizing their testosterone energy that is controlling them, that is keeping them in irresponsibility. But men feel, these narcissistic men feel that it is women need to be controlled. But the truth is that men need to control themselves. If men control themselves, they are not going to see that definition they are giving. If men change themselves, they are not going to see that, because if the woman even comes, it will not work. Yes, because you have zipped up and you are in control and in charge. So let your masculinity be seen in how healthy you are becoming as a man, and how disciplined, and the fact that you are not depending on a life force, on a woman. Because all these narcissistic men, they really need women around them. They really need to connect to the woman. If you think you are powerful as a man, depend on your own self. Depend on your own feminine energy. Depend on that. Right? And use that to even make the life of women more secure. Create a secure environment for them without demanding sex, without demanding a certain thing, or without conditions. Wholeheartedly, yes, that heart is still there. As a man, you should know that universally you have been given feminine energy. You have a heart too. It's not only the woman that has heart. You have heart, meaning you have the feminine energy. So you can use it. Right? Without depending on the woman, without not seeing the woman as a manipulative tool. And this earth is going to be better. So I've cancelled that definition for women. That definition that they are giving to women, that they are demonic, they are snake, they are this, it's from the patriarchal, it's from the Yahweh consciousness, it's toxic masculine religion. That's why I say religion is not healthy for the woman. Because as it stands now, snake is not even your enemy. Snake represents nature. Snake represents healing. Snake represents kundalini. So you they be there and be fooling. Be there and be fooling and be talking. Yes, growing up, we were saying that, women are this, because subconsciously, even on the religious angle, they are giving pictures. And Eve convinced Adam to eat of as grown up as Adam is. It took Eve to let you eat just common fruit. Which means that you are weak. So you are weak. So that story is not even that story of the garden is not even to point the woman as the cause of this problem. It is the man. Because you were the custodian of that place. Yes, that you were in charge of that place. So how come a woman was able to convince you into eating something? Which means that the Adam needed to work on himself. So that was the moment. So when Adam was sacked out of the garden, it was the moment for Adam to what? To work on himself, control. But look at the stupidity. Saying that women, if you don't know women, go and read their story. Go and read. They are snakes. They are this. It's good. Snake is not a bad thing. And as a woman, you should know that you naturally have kundalini energy inside you. For the man, he has to work, and do a lot of fasting for that. But you, it can come out of how things are going on. It can just come out of what things are going on, out of the state of this world. Your kundalini comes, right? We will continue.